Hi everyone, McBeard here, back with another Commander's Horn deck guide for you. I hope you enjoyed all the filthy, weird combos I've been uploading over the past week. But now I wanted to do a little bit of a showcase on some underplayed cards, but I wanted to do it in style. I wanted to build some realistic decks around these cards, and it's taken us to some weird places. So let's start off here in the Northern Realms with mean MEVE machines. The card specifically that I wanted to explore a little bit more about is the Siegemaster. The Siegemaster was sort of recently buffed to the point where it's a 5-strength unit at this point, meaning that when you play it with MEVE, it's a 6-strength unit. It's very similar to GWENT at 5 provisions. Seems good enough. In fact, it felt so good that I felt that GWENT was mostly redundant in this list. But the deck kind of pulls everything together and around these cards in ways that you would probably imagine. Of course, we are running a lot of machines like Trebuchet and Reinforced Ballista to make sure that we can make use of the Siegemaster's Zeal. We're also running Siege Support and Prince Stennis to make sure that we have tons of charges on our machines, which can lead to some pretty out there turns if even one of these units survive. Backing us up here is Illyrian Scytheman and the Temple Guard. Both of these cards are more or less backup pieces to be used with Summoning Circle, and if you bring out the Illyrian Scytheman on the right board, it's a crazy, crazy extra card for Summoning Circle. And the Temple Guard can also be brought out to improve Visigurd or Illyrian Scytheman if you already have it in your hand. I feel like Temple Guard is probably fine. You can mix and match, but again, I'm just exploring some cards and some combos that I felt made a lot of sense. Reinforced Trebuchet is just a good Northern Realms card, but this is completely flex. You can put this with another card that could benefit from the Zeal, although only machines and machines that are able to be placed on the same row as the Siegemaster really benefit from the Siegemaster. So this changes the way movement works for you. This changes the way the reach on the Ballista works. You have to make sure you place the Siegemaster in the right row because the Trebuchet needs to be on the ranged row, but the Ballista only has a reach of 2, so it should be on the melee row. So there are a lot of limitations. Northern Realms, please, this patch, please. Oh man, maybe we might have something that kind of works without intense duct tape jank. Winch can bring back Trebuchet if your opponent just going to keep playing on that ranged row, or bring back a machine with your Siegemaster. I felt like Winch is probably fine to run. A six provision point Necromancy seemed more or less worth it, especially if just running one of it. And the Reinforcements is also really good because you can double up on siege supports or other things that have really strong deploy effects, as well as creating more Trebuchets and more nuisance engines as well, should one of these get locked. I really like Reinforcements right now in Northern Realms. I feel like I can't build a deck without it. And a Strenger is just very good with MEVE, just makes round 1 a little bit more believable that you're going to win. Necromancy is also in this list just because it's really important to keep the Siegemasters up and the machines ticking, because you have so many things that give charges that it's really lame if you just can't keep anything on the board that can hold a charge or spend a charge. Speaking of which, the Bloody Flail does drop down here because this is a Caretaker deck and we actually have 3 very strong artifacts that we play in this deck. So playing something like Bloody Flail when you're giving charges through Siege Support, Stennis, and Visigurd, when he drops on the board and gains all of his charges from your boosted board, Bloody Flail gets all those charges as well. It's a really cool combo. Full Test Pride, of course, because you can't run machines and you can't run anything that cares about charges without Full Test Pride. Sometimes you can just play this at a really strategic moment and just mess up your opponent. GWENT, like I said, I felt like it could come and go. I felt like the Siegemasters are actually pretty good. You could do better use with this provision point. But Geralt of Rivia, Ale of the Ancestors, and Caretaker in this deck are almost non-negotiable. Geralt of Rivia feels almost required to win any game that you play of Gwent these days. I feel like more often than not, you just mulligan it away in a matchup where you don't think you're going to get like 15 points. It's a great card. It feels like I always miss it when I don't have it. Ale of the Ancestors is such a fantastic long round card. It protects anything you need to protect. Plus, I like to rotate the cooldowns between MEVE and the Ale so I can make sure that I'm always boosting a great board for Illyrian Scytheman or Visigurd, as well as the fact that this is just a really strong card in general in a long enough round, which you're inviting most of the time. You're just able to get a ton of value out of this little keg. And Caretaker means that you're not overcommitting if you're playing any of these artifacts beforehand. I find Caretaker for a surprise Bloody Flail where you're likely going to at least play Visigurd and generate a couple of charges to get an extra ping is not the worst thing in the world, but what you really want is Ale of the Ancestors and Summoning Circle. I had a great time with this deck, actually. A lot of the games were kind of hit and miss, but as we started to play, I really got a good flow, and I hope you enjoy the highlights. We're going to keep moving on with these underplayed cards, so if you like it, let me know what you think in the comments, and it's YouTube. Just let me know what you think in general. Click the things. Show me. Tell me. Thanks so much for watching, my friends. I'll see you tomorrow.
Onward to victory!
What's up, Kamira? How you doing? Blue coin. What's up, Chimera? What's up, Broster? What's up, Tobiscus? Or Tobicus, sorry. Tobiscus. Isn't that like what comes out of an insect's... Isn't that probiscus? I'm pro hibiscus, guys. All right, we're going to set up with no Siegemaster. Scoia'tael just gets killed. Well, I guess we'll just set up the ballista. Good old school ballista here. Nah, they don't need to change Usurper. They don't. I just don't really feel like playing. Every single day I play against like 3 or 4 Usurpers. It's like not good watching. It's not good watching. It's good gaming. But I don't. The problem with Usurper is that it's so like annoying to watch, annoying to play. Like it's hard. You have to think about. You have to really think about it. But I'm playing a deck that like half my cards don't work. So. All right, this is pretty great, right?
This is priceless.
Okay. Usurper hates AQ the most? I mean, I don't know. AQ is like pretty strong. I mean, it makes the Glusty finisher hard to do because you don't get all those extra. You don't get double dip on it. So. I like my board. Welcome, chosen one. Oh man, we're gonna fire up. We're gonna fire up some loins here. I like this. I like when my loins get fired up like this. When you give me a priest and you can't even keep your own, that fires up my loins. I gotta say. Usurper hurts Gurney a lot too. Yeah, Usurper hurts MEVE a lot, especially if you care about boosts. Oh, it's Beastmaster Bran. I see you. I see you, my friend. Well, Geralt's gonna be amazing. Yeah, it's great, right? This is good, right? Double priest. What is this game? I like the engine. 3 points a turn ain't bad. Bran agrees. The easiest pass of my life right there if you kept playing. NR is assimilating better than NG. Reinforcement's a good card. It's really good card. It's always been that the effect that Reinforcement's effect has always been one of my favorite effects in the game. Full Test originally his leader ability was copy a unit, copy a bronze unit, and it was very good. Old full test trebuchets? No, that was bad though. It was resilience. Had too much resilience on it. Free Olaf, huh? But he's playing Bear Masters, so we have to be very aware of that. We're not out.
Our loins.
What do you want?
That's a girl target too. Jurlat. All right. I can only equal him at this point. I'm just trying to squeeze cards out of him. I hate that I just do not draw my goddamn artifacts and I draw Caretaker the other way around. Summoning Circle, please. Ale, please. I haven't played Ale in a game, like actually played Ale in a game, like yet. It hasn't happened yet. Hey. Well, now we're talking. We can also buff, we can buff any unit, right?
Yeah, they need us.
This hand is so awful.
I'm an officer. I'm a gentleman.
God, this is such a lame hand. I feel like this just sucks.
Temeria has yet to speak its last.
Like, I just don't care about the... don't care about that zeal.
Wojtek, die!
So that's one of his two cards that he's going to be using. Wojtek? Don't. Watch, my opponent, like, I mean, I wish I could really take advantage of this right now, but I can't.
Fill our hearts with wrath.
He's got Freya's for days, but he only has one beast, right? He only has one beast. So if we could just kill this beast, but I don't think we can. He plays Freya next turn. Boost, I'll fight him.
They don't like you.
That sucks. Now he has two beasts on the board. That was pretty much it, right? I needed to kill the two beasts.
We'll never lay down our arms.
Yeah, I gotta say, I feel like we're in bad shape here. This deck is, I just don't know how to beat this deck.
Sure, you can pet him.
Oh, he buffed
As
his
long as you
bigger
don't
one.
mind losing an arm.
Yeah, because his last card is Freya as well.
I hate portals.
I mean, is it enough? Is one Freya enough here? I think it is. Is it though?
Get him, Wojtek!
No, it's not. We got him. All right, we got him. Actually got a victory though. We actually got a victory with a bad hand. I would say a very bad, concerning hand. But he had all the beasts in the world. If he buffed Ulfadin instead of the other one, it was, how close was that? We still win by one, right? Gotta go. Have a great day, Speedy. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks to everybody for stopping by. I see you all out there. Okay, we actually have Caretaker and Ale the Ancients. It's amazing. This hand, interestingly, will work together. We're up against Gudrun. Geralt's like a must-have, right? How about a machine that... There we go.
I'm an officer and a gentleman.
Like, it's basically a Jonatalis at bronze. Like, that's why I don't think we need to run Jonatalis in this deck. I think that's the first cut I make.
No,
First cut I make is
do not qualify
Johnny
for
Nats.
healthcare tax relief.
My auction house. A meeting spot for the local elite.
Okay, that's fine.
Uh-oh. Trouble approaches.
We gotta get this ale out. We have to get this ale out, like, immediately. Everything else is,
Sit back, close your eyes.
not that important.
I'll wash it all away.
Now we're talking.
Why bother with the door when the window?
Oh, Bincy. And Gudrun. So we can play Geralt here, I think. We can play Geralt to win this round, I think. That sounds good to me. He will pass if I play Stranger. But I need Geralt later if he's playing Bincy now. I think I play Stranger here because I can actually get away with winning this round. I don't know why you just play leader and pass, though. He may renew Bincy. Very realistic.
The job's a job.
No contract. All right, so Visigurd is hold on. We need to play Geralt, I guess. We have to play Geralt to take this. Yeah, he ends up at 22 without Bincy.
Let's get this over with.
You know what? I wasn't really counting. I don't think I needed to play Geralt there. I wasn't really counting the extra 4 points I got from Anna, and that was bad. That was very bad. I have a feeling I didn't need them. Passing here, I have to, but I think it's bad. It's bad that we had to play Geralt. I think that's going to cost us. It's just so hard to beat Syndicate all the time.
Full Z6 CV1265X for that.
Leader's gone, but probably Siggy and probably Renew. We may actually get a lot of value out of this particular hand. Doesn't play anything on the board to start. Pretty cool. I'm gonna hold MEVE here because I want to be alternating cooldowns with the ale, so I can boost every turn because I have Visagard. Okay. Range. It's a ranged fucking unit. God, the trebuchets are the opposite. Fuck. God damn it. All this row shit. Oh, Northern Realms gimped in every possible way in this game. Obviously, I play it on the range, though. Just getting mad at nothing. It's good that he's stealing that and not an engine. Yeah, it is good that he is stealing that and not an engine.
We will cleanse Novigrad with fire.
Okay, I mean, I can kill a lot of the stuff on his board if he goes ahead and doesn't respect this, but I've already fucked up so bad with this play.
What do you want?
It's a lot of bounty. As long as I can keep stuff alive, though, like, he needs to kill it with a Witch Hunter Executioner. And he only has 2 coins he can get from it. So this actually feels good. He may not be able to kill these bounties if I can keep them really boosted.
Oh, this masticates you. It's not too late. I'm not afraid.
Stop his insanity. Oh! Oh my god! I mean, the Voltest Pride! The Voltest Pride! Sealed the deal on it. The Witch Hunter Execution was so necessary. I'm also like, Muzzle's the fucking worst, man. God damn that card. Play something else, people. Play something else.
We will never bow to the invader.
This is also probably a hopeless game to play against Horson. Last time you were in Warsaw was like 3 years ago. It's hard to make friends. Yeah. Wife had some killer vegan cheese recommendations. Dea and Nafsika are awesome. Yeah. And we're having this Wayfair cheese as well, which is pretty good. Vegan cheese. Yeah, that's fine. I wouldn't mind seeing her. She's a baby. She's a baby dog. Yeah. Lucky for the muzzle on her now. We got that basket now. I'm every deck. Not really, I guess. I kind of wish there wasn't a card that was Profit 9. I think I could happily play Syndicate without a card that was Profit 9. I think they should just change this card. Like, not only do you have 9 in the first place, which is a pretty high number. Yeah, what if put a card that's profit 9, intimidate, and 3 strength? What about that? Yeah, what about that?
My auction house. A meeting spot for the local elite.
Uh-oh. Trouble approaches.
Gotta spend it. I gotta spend it so I can be ahead here. Guttering ability plus 3 base points. Yeah, I know. I know. When you put it like that. Oh, we get it here. You know, I didn't have to spend them because I had the trebuchet, but it's okay. So we get the round against our boy Wholesome Jr. What's up, Voldemar? What's up, Death Surgeon? Voldemar, you've been here. There's cheap beer. Guys, everybody who lives in Poland, there's cheap beer in Gdynia and Sopot. There's cheap beer. Everybody get there now. I'll meet you there. I'll meet you there. Caretaker would be so good. Oh. Well, we can push now, right? I think we can push with this hand. All right, we're going to make this difficult for our opponent here if we can. Cheap good beer or cheap beer? Yeah, cheap good beer is great because it's cheap and it's like I can drink this. Like this will work. This is not, you know, blowing my taste buds away, but it's like, you know, it's beer. It tastes like beer and I feel like a cold beer, so it's a beer. And then there's bad beer. It's like, drinking this makes me feel like I'm drinking liquid mold or whatever, pennies or whatever you want. What? On a 2-point card? Seriously? A 2-point little baby.
I pass on every 10th round.
I mean, this is a really good... I mean, he might just be doing this so he can get the Redanian out immediately.
The job's a job.
Jub's a jub. I gotta say, his priorities seem a little strange to me. He's got a Slander, probably. So I'll protect this because I'd rather it. Well, I should have protected that. I want it. Well, this is the better Slander target, right? He gets less money. I mean, I don't know what he chooses to do. Probably just Slanders, or you can just horse in it. You drank in Belgium earlier this year, and it was the least I spent to get that drunk in a long time. Wow, Belgium's cheap beer. I thought I'd be paying a premium for beer in Belgium. 5 Zwarte, any bar, almost everywhere in Gdynia. I mean, honestly, like being a North American. Maybe I should say being having a Canadian dollar, which is not as great as having an American dollar, but having a Canadian dollar. Oh, here comes the pain, dudes. We're begging like beasts. We're begging like beasts. Everything just gets killed by Borsodi forever and ever. Hops for days. Delirium? Yeah, delirium. I've had delirium. They bring the bottles out of the cellar like the wine shop in Harry Potter.
Words back home.
Not taking the bait, huh? Too smart for me.
Temeria has yet to speak its last.
Okay, so he'll want to kill either Natalis or... Like, Natalis is the one that's scarier, right? He's more scared about Natalis, I imagine. So That means the Treb will live to get charges from the siege support, or Stennis. It also means that we could actually play Summoning Circle again for another bunch of charges if we need it. Yeah, so having a Canadian dollar, like eating and drinking in Poland is like a real treat. Basically, what you'd spend on one amazing night out, you can cover a whole week. It's like more than enough. I love this exchange here. Okuchim is the worst beer ever. It tastes like pee, and then immediately Viper is like, you know what pee tastes like? Okay, so stealing the Talus. That's not good for me.
What do you want?
Magic sows chaos.
You stand before royal majesty.
Points. Points. This is kind of funny. Augusta. Fuck, that was one of my boosted units.
Follow me! Passenger!
He still gets the 2 charges, so there's still that. Just play a big card, please. Just play a big card. Just play a perfectly big card right here. That's not big.
Champs pews eat like the sun.
Travel safely. Love you too. Should be no issue for my... Now, my opponent can have 2 crimes left that are just like, oh, I also have to play this.
Not your lucky day.
All right, so he needs 9 points to get ahead of me here, which doesn't seem like too tall of an order when you have 5 coins in the bank. But he has no engines on the board. He does have my Natalis, which sucks. But, I mean, the amount of coins... The stuff that we got out of him was pretty good, right? If he has just a Slander or a Swindle in his hand, like, that's really good, right? He's taking a long time to think about this, which is somewhat comforting. Wow, I mean, the quality of his cards, he just doesn't have good quality cards, right? He used Philippa, he's Graydon, he used Renew, he used Ewald.
Lots of prior experience.
I'm happy
Idiots be all right.
with the fact that he has to play both of the cards. It's not as comforting. What about all the cards in his hand? What about the fact that it wasn't even enough? That's pretty comforting. Renew isn't as comforting as we wanted. Yeah, that's pretty good. What if it's not even enough? All right. Oh god, this is so risky. What's our deck look like? We just need points, dudes. We just need points. This is risky because it might not be able to play. It's all we have to our name is points.
Guns.
I need to play Anna first.
I'm an officer and a gentleman.
I mean, he may not have the Witch Hunter Executioner, but he might.
Oh, makes for the best buyers.
You are worthy neither of mercy nor forgiveness.
Do we win anyway?
I pass on every 10th round.
We just got a Horse and Junior with NR Machines. That was a game right there.